Hey guys, Kaplurf here. Today, I'm going to be making a tier list of all the Tekken 8 characters from S plus to C. I just hit God of Destruction recently, so I felt like I should make a tier list, honestly. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and I figured, why not do it on stream? So, here we are, yeah. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So, where do I start? I guess I'll start from left to right. Jack. Jack is really strong in good hands, but he's super hard to perform with. Making it to the top ranks with Jack is not an easy feat to perform. I don't know what this character is doing half the time. I've learned a lot against him, but I'd start out in an A tier. Now this tier list, keep in mind, is completely subjective. This is all my opinion. You can hate me if you like, that's fine. Jin, my boy, my main Jin. Alright. We're not gonna be downplaying Jin here, sorry. For sure, he's S plus tier. Jin is top 5 at least, in my opinion. There's an argument for him to be top 3, but he's so good. Down 2 counter hit, solves all of his problems from Tekken 7. Like, you can't go wrong with Jin. He's so easy to play, but hard to master. Yes, Jin is very easy. There's a lot of hate going around for Jin players and whatnot. Same with, like, Dragunov, right? But you still need to be a very skilled player to make it to the top ranks with Jin. Yes, you can play kind of spammy. You can use down 2 and all these flowcharts to make it easier. But at higher level, people are gonna start reacting to your stuff, and maybe they're gonna start punishing you. And once people learn the matchup, it's not that bad, in my opinion. It's not that bad. But June? June. I'd say June is top 10, maybe? Top 10? S tier for sure. S tier. She's really, really good. She has so many strings. You don't know what she's doing half the time. The strings have weaknesses, to be fair, and her whole health mechanic is unique. But at the end of the day, she is a very strong character. I don't know if S tier is really it for her, though. I feel like she fits with Jack. So I'm gonna put her down A tier. Let's see. Kazuya Mishima. Another really solid character. He's not too good. He's not too bad. There are worse characters. There are better characters. Solid A tier. Kazuya Mishima. You know, skilled hands can take him all the way to the top, but you need to be insanely cracked at the game in order to do that. So props to anyone who can get to, like, even Tekken King with Kazuya. Even blue ranks is not easy. King. Yeah, I think we can all agree that King is pretty freaking strong. Pretty freaking strong in this game. Definitely going S plus. Top 5 contender for sure. My King, I'm fairly confident in my King matchup, but a really good King can absolutely destroy me and really, like, show me just how powerful this character is, because wow, I fought a King earlier today in ranked. He destroyed me, and I was like, okay, maybe this character's better than I thought. The grabs, the mix-ups, the counter hit, throws, the counter hit, blue spark, giant swing. It's crazy. There's arguments to be made that he does counter hits better than Steve does. He's got back 1-2, 12 frame high counter hit launcher, down forward 2-1, 13 frame mid counter hit confirmable launcher. What else? He has the shove, counter hit confirmable into forward 2-1. If he's in heat, he launches you. You see where I'm going with this. The grabs, counter hit, like, yeah, they're easier to break with that new patch, but counter hit grabs are still, you still need to be on the ball, you still need to have a read or just be mashing in order to break that counter hit grab. Little Majin rematch win. Maybe one day. Alright, next. Lars. Lars is very good. You need to work so hard to perform with Lars. He has clear weaknesses, right? He's not plus when he goes into stance on block. So whenever he's spinning at you or doing, you know, wacky woohoo bullshit, right? You press and you beat him, unless he hits you. If he hits you and he's mixing you, yeah, good luck. This character is a nightmare. This character is a nightmare. I've seen high-level players perform with this character in tournament, and it's crazy. It's crazy. They make this character look so much better than he actually is. I feel like he could even be S tier. I don't want to flood the A tier with too many characters because there's so many A tier contenders. Yeah, Law is an S tier, for sure. Top 10, maybe top 15 contender. Definitely. Easy DSS makes things a lot easier for Law players. You can just pick Law, spam DSS frames in early ranks, and just soar up, because who's gonna like respect you after you do wall rising forward into DSS and you're plus? Like, what? No one knows that. This character is very annoying to fight, but he's one of the most entertaining characters to watch and to play. And yeah, I'm glad he's super good. He's super fun to fight sometimes. Sometimes. It's not a laggy, spammy, down 2-3 like fly kick spam Law. It's fun. It's fun. Now Paul wavers in my mind. He's good, but I don't think he's great. He's got really good fundamental tools. Of course, he's a legacy character, so of course he has to have that. He's really simple once you boil it down and know what he's doing. And of course, in good hands, you can perform. That's just the common theme with this game. If you're good at a character, you can perform. A lot of people, I feel like Paul doesn't have his identity anymore. There are characters that just do so much more damage than Paul. You know, Paul's supposed to be the strongest in the universe, right? But he literally does, like, average damage, I feel. There's a few, like, super high damaging routes you can do with super high execution, but they're super inconsistent. They're hard to pull off, and yes, the reward is there. You do get a ton of damage. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. You might as well play someone like Dragunov, who has everything. Everything. Speaking of S plus tiers, Nina Williams, definitely going up there. Every tool in the game, so many strings, so many sidestep cancels. Don't even get me started on sidestep 1, plus 10 into forward or back sway into who knows what. Who knows? Could be another sidestep 1. Has a string for every situation. Every single wall combo you need, she has it. Right? 1, 2, 4. The jab into high kick, counter hit launcher. Down forward, 1, 2, 4. Mid high counter hit launcher. Like, there's so much going on with this character. And her strings are so good that she definitely deserves a spot in top 3. If not top 5. Xiaoyu. S tier. S tier for sure. S tier. Xiaoyu mains will say she has weaknesses, but you don't know the infinite amount of flowcharts that these Xiaoyu mains have stocked in their brain. Since you don't know that, you're gonna get hit by every single one that they do. Right? But let's drop the bullshit. Xiaoyu is a very, very strong character in this game. Her throws have insane Oki. don't like waning moon back turn throws into a guaranteed mix-up. You can't even distinguish the animation between a 1+2 and a normal break. And then the hypnotist mix-ups. Picture this. You're going against Xiaoyu. She does whatever move into back turn, maybe it's a low, and then she does the heat smash, right? Where she kicks you over your head, and now she's in hypnotist, and you gotta hold this fucking 50-50. Is she gonna do a low that's unseeable and guarantees 1 to 2 follow-ups? And has a potential to become a natural hit launcher if she just delays it a little bit. And is only -11 on block. Or she's gonna do a mid that's a heat engager, a launcher and heat, plus on block into more mix-ups. So what do? You just fucking guess. You don't know when she's gonna attack. You don't know what attack she's gonna do. You just have to guess. Maybe you can press to try and beat her delay, but that's when she's not gonna delay. She's just gonna smack you with the mid, then you die. GG's. Xiaoyu's very strong. Very, very strong. Has a few weaknesses, but strong. Don't even get me started on AOP. AOP does what it's designed to do, I guess. Crush mids and absurdly stupid amounts of moves in the game, but I digress. She's very strong. Asuka. At first, I didn't really like this matchup. I did not like fighting Asuka at all. But now that I've learned a lot more about the game, she's become a lot more tame. Lots of highs you can duck, lots of punishable, albeit, bullshit, moves that she can throw out, like back 3 or forward 2 or the parry. The parry is so annoying. And a launching punch parry. Don't even get me started. Nah, it's because I be mashing. Nah, but Asuka's really good in this game. Not too good. Not obscenely broken. I'm okay with Asuka, honestly. Yeah, you need to be a really good player in order to perform with her. There's a lot of flowcharts you can spam and knowledge checks you can do, but it's not so bad compared to some of these other characters. Leroy. Where does Leroy go? I feel like Leroy needs some more changes. I think he needs some more buffs. Jeez, it's hard to put anyone in B tier. I don't even think anyone's gonna be in C tier. These characters are so strong. If anyone's gonna be B tier, I think it's Leroy. Leroy has really good damage potential. Really good damage potential if you do the right routes. But he lacks in an offensive game, I feel. His lows are lackluster. He needs to rely on parries way too much. I feel like a good change for Leroy would be if his counter hit 1-1, 1+2, 1 wall splats. Just like Lars got the 1-1-1-1 buff. Leroy needs that too, I feel. It would be absurd in terms of damage because the damage on their string is already crazy, but I feel like Leroy needs more wall splat potential. A bit more damage output, honestly. He already does a lot of damage, as I was just saying. But the weaknesses are too strong to constitute for that. For lack of a better word. Let's see. Lily. Lily is in S tier. Lily is in S tier. She's very strong in this game. She is, honestly, in my opinion, the most respectable waifu to play. Because she plays a lot of fundamental Tekken. She's got some spammy knowledge check, like cheesy moves. But they all have clear weaknesses. They're either punishable on block, sidesteppable. She's got the best sidestep in the game, which is also a plus. You'll see Lily sidestep things that no other characters can sidestep. That's already a really strong factor of her. I feel like that alone makes her already in this S tier, being able to do that. She's definitely better than Xiaoyu. Better than Xiaoyu? I don't know. Yeah, Lily is very, very strong. Very strong. Really good tournament character. Really good ranked character. You can play her solid fundamental Tekken, or you can play her funny G spam. You know? She's fun to play. Not fun to fight at all. I hate fighting Lily, you know? But she's really good. She's really strong. Next, Hwoarang. Hwoarang is really... I don't know what Hwoarang's doing a lot of the time. I have gaps in my knowledge of this matchup. I'm not going to say he's S tier, because he does have weaknesses. He's very linear. You can duck him a lot. You can parry him a lot. And he has to work pretty hard to get up to the highest ranks. Right, but Hwoarang is the noob stomper in this game. Putting someone who's never played Tekken up against Hwoarang is like the worst thing you could do, honestly. If you want them to stop playing Tekken forever, put them against a skilled Hwoarang. Or like any Hwoarang who has any idea of his move list. Yeah. He is the worst matchup to fight against as a new player. But in a competitive standpoint, he's, I'd say A tier. High A tier. High A tier for sure. Claudio. Very, 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 very strong character. Super, super reliable, strong tournament character. Can perform super well. You can't drop his combos. No execution, pretty much. It's just, can you play Tekken better than me? Claudio is that character. He's very strong, fundamentally. His Starburst helps him a lot. He's got weaknesses, albeit. But he's very, very strong. Maybe top 15. Maybe top 15. Azucena. Yeah, you're going in the B tier, I'm sorry. There's too many highs that I can duck. There's too many moves that you can parry. At least as a Jin main. A privileged Jin main. I have a good time against Azucena most of the time. Really good and unique Azucenas are rare and really good and can make this character look a lot better than she is. But at the end of the day, she's got weaknesses, and she's got a lot. Her running 3-2 used to be a nightmare, but now it's not so bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, really not much to say on Azucena. Her stance is good. Her stance has weaknesses. Just throw out a mid, she dies. Raven. Raven is one of those characters where you can play him either with a cheesy spamming playstyle, or you can play fundamental like whiff punish and block punish, using movement to outplay your opponent. Raven has really good movement, teleporting all over the place. The Shadow Clone Jutsu, he's super fun. One of the most fun, entertaining characters to watch, to play, and to fight against. He's pretty fun sometimes. But yeah, Raven, he's also got weaknesses, for sure. Very sidesteppable, relies on back turn a lot, which can get him killed if he's not using it correctly. But yeah, I'd say this is a pretty good spot for Raven. Mid A tier. He's really solid. Really solid. Ah, and here he is. Alright, let's waste no time. Let's waste no time. The king of the game. The king of the entire game, Dragunov. When will he get dethroned? Who knows? Personally, I'm a fan of this latest patch with the QCF4 nerf. No longer wall splatting and is down 2 damage, doing a bit less. They said they weren't really going to balance the game. Sorry. They said they weren't really going to balance the game much, but they still gave us some nerfs on Dragunov, so I'll take it. Alright? But this character is still, like I said, the king of the game. He wears the crown. Right? Every single top player is still playing Dragunov, except Arslan Ash. But yeah, perfect throw game, 11 frame startup throws. His hatchet is still ridiculous, almost unreactable. Running 2 is still good. QCF4 is still one of the best, if not the best move in the game. Yeah, it doesn't wall splat anymore, which is good, but it still does so much. You're still +8 to +7 against Dragunov. Like, they need to give this move either a ton more pushback at the wall, make it not hit grounded, or do something else. Because that move is just ridiculous. And that move alone makes him what he is in the top 1. Kuma. Kuma's good, right? He's good. People play him at a competitive level. But the bears, as designed, are meant to be weak, right? They're meant to be weak, so naturally, they do have a lot of weaknesses. I'm not gonna say he's B tier. I'll put Kuma in like high A tier with Warring. I don't think he's S tier. I have a decent time against Kuma. So, he's not that high up in my opinion. Is he a nightmare to go up against, especially if you don't know what he's doing? Absolutely. He is one of the worst matchups. He's up there with Warring in terms of noob stomper. I mean, it's a bear, right? They're supposed to be like a casual level fun, but now in Tekken 8, this whole concept of every character needs to be competitively viable it makes these characters what they are. It's why they're so scary, right? Same with Panda. They're essentially the same character, so where's Panda? There's Panda. I feel like Panda's much worse than Kuma, only because of the electric. Panda has the Xiaoyu AOP, I'm gonna jump on you, or whatever, but it's not as good as the electric. Leo? Leo. Another really strong character. You need to work pretty hard to perform with Leo. Leo has a lot of weaknesses, I've learned. It's one of the matchups that I've struggled with a lot, and I do the most, honestly. But I've been learning a lot, studying. Leo's very steppable. Duckable. It's a lot of guessing 50-50s. It's not that bad. It's not that bad to go up against Leo. Not anymore, at least for me. I'm gonna put Leo mid A tier. Another one of those really solid characters. Really solid. Tons of wall carry as well. You gotta know the wall carry when you're talking about Leo, because any combo that's optimized will take you to the wall. He's like Lars. He's like Lars in that sense. Shaheen. Definitely another S tier. Shaheen is... I'm not even going to say slept on, because people know how strong Shaheen is. He is so strong. He has every tool in the game, pretty much. He's got a low heat smash. A -1 on the block, down forward 1. Sway mix-ups that he can block out of and make safe on block. Jeez, not much to say about Shaheen. I mean, in terms of like style, he's kind of basic, right? His whole like skateboard trope is cool and all, but he's still very simple character, but he does everything he does effectively. Definitely an S tier contender. Highest level, he's super strong. He's scary in really good hands. So yeah, S tier. Steve. Where do we put Steve? I think Steve, honestly, I'm gonna do this. I think Steve is S tier. Yeah. Any Steve that you see in Tekken King and above is they're Arslan Ash. They're Knee's cousin. Like, I don't know why they're so good at the game, but Steve mains are just unbelievably good. Every single Steve main I've fought is they always know the matchups. They've got insane execution, and they have the right reads a lot of the time. It's very hard to perform with Steve. He's one of the hardest characters to play in the game. Just in terms of controller execution. On top of the fact that you need to get counter hits in order to get combos most of the time. It's not easy at all to perform with Steve. And if you got beat by Steve, you got out Tekkened. And that's just how it is. Steve is very, very strong in good hands. Anyone can win with Steve. In good hands. I'm not going to say anyone can win with Steve, because that's not true. Steve is just not one of those characters that you can pick up and play. Who's next? Oh, this abomination of a character. I said it. Yoshi mains, hate me. Your character's top 3. Your character could even be top 1. But since Dragunov is so strong, I'm putting Dragunov in top 1. If Dragunov is not number 1, Yoshimitsu is number 1. If Dragunov is number 1, Yoshimitsu is number 2. That's how it is. Flash parry, right? Don't even get me started on flash parry. All of the unblockable setups, low sweep, tech trap, the Kin unblockable with the big overhead sword slam into a relauncher potentially is ridiculous, and the amount of damage he does for those options is absurd. Either they need to scale the damage down a lot, or they need to rework how the moves work, because these options that break the game fundamentally are way too powerful. Way too powerful and way too easy to do. Way too easy. Yoshi's definitely top 3. He's top 3, for sure. Feng Wei. You'll hear the main man Sui say he's a perfect character. He does have a lot of really good tools. He's very, very good, strong character. But you don't really see Feng in high level play, do you? Knee dropped him. I'm not gonna say he's S tier. His heat flip is pretty good. I don't know. He is kind of up there. He's definitely better than Huarang and the rest of these A guys. I'll put him at the top of A tier. Maybe I'll change my mind. But yeah, Feng. He has everything. Shoulders super good. His lows are risky. He's got a bunch of steppable stuff, but good options to cover that. Back turn mix-ups are super scary. Hard to deal with those. What more do I say? His heat smash is really good. wall splats from a mile away, just like our favorite character. Yeah, not much wrong with Fang, really. Honestly. It's crazy saying that, especially coming from Tekken 7. Alright, Elisa boss gonna bitch. S+. Top 10. For sure. She can go into chainsaw whenever she wants, either from a string or from a mix-up. Plus on block, plus on block, plus on block. I hate it. I hate it. Everyone hates fighting this character. Except for the people playing. I don't even know what to say about Elisa that anyone else hasn't already said. This character is a nightmare to fight. This character is super strong. Even when she's across the screen, she's a threat. You never know what this character is gonna do. Especially when she goes into chainsaws, good luck, because you're gonna freeze every single time. At least I freeze a lot of the time. Yeah, you can make her block a move to get out of the chainsaws, but it's not so easy to do that when they're relentlessly hitting you with plus frames and lows that you haven't blocked, and mids that are plus, and it's a lot. This character is a lot to deal with. Not that many weaknesses, honestly. Steppable, somewhat block punishable, but if played correctly, not many weaknesses. Especially with that chainsaw. Devil Jin. Devil Jin, definitely worse than Jin. But is he worse than Kazuya? It's hard to say. His mids are kind of lackluster. His down forward one sucks. The only real good mid he has is forward 2, and that's like -9 on block in your face. So it's hard to really perform a Devil Jin, but you'll see high skilled players like Q-Dans and even players in the high ranks just completely annihilate with Devil Jin, and it's so hype. It's so hype. But I feel like this character is very limited in his tools. His lows are lackluster, his mids are lackluster, and his highs are pretty good. Right? He's got electric, he's got the chain. Morning Crow mix is good. Sorry. Where do I place Devil Jin? I'm gonna say top of A tier. Top of A tier. Lee Chabla. Lee is one of the most slept on characters in this game. Lee is like Steve, where anyone who's playing Lee in the high ranks is obscenely cracked in execution. They're obscenely cracked in reads and just playing the game. They know all the matchups, like it would seem, and yeah, it's hard fighting a really skilled Lee player, honestly. I'm gonna say Lee is low S tier, honestly. Lee is pretty good. 11 frame counter hit launcher. 2 of them, albeit. Of course, the just frame perfect stuff is really cool. We love that, right? And it helps him a lot. His wall carry game is super strong. His damage is really good with his new wall combo. The Oki is really good at the wall. Right? Heat helps with the only thing that Lee gets in Heat is access to the unblockable. The 3-3 feint. Really good Oki after that move, but that's all you get in Heat. That's all you get. That's the only thing that's wrong with this character. But his moveset, when used correctly, can be really, really, really strong. All it takes is a good read and not even much execution, and you can pull off a lot with Lee. He's a lot easier to pick up and play than Steve, but he's still one of the hardest characters in the game. Anyone performing with Lee in high-level play deserves a commendation. And you have my props. Making it there with Lee. Zafina. I hate this character. I think we all hate this character. I think anyone who doesn't hate this character plays Zafina. I think Zafina is kind of bad. Her options are limited, especially against Jin. The matchup is kind of sucky for her. Not much to say about Zafina. She has bullshit stances. Just hit her with low hitting moves like back to one or dick jab or generic lows. Like down 4 is very good against Zafina, especially when she's in stance. I'm actually, yeah, I'm gonna put her here. Victor. Very hype character. I love Victor, honestly. He's so cool. You can't not love Victor. Like, what's he saying? Like, what's he actually saying? Who knows? Who knows what he's saying? He's just speaking in French and it's cool. Right? He's really strong. Very, very, very strong. Especially in good hands. He really solid tournament character. I want to say he's S tier. I think he belongs here with everyone else. Yeah. His options, his wall combos, super good. Down forward 4-2 into spike. Into the fucking ground slam sword smash thing that's like plus on block and it hits you grounded and you eat a shit ton of chip damage anyway because, yeah. It's really good. He's got the Cumplas! Right? He's always got Expulsion if you catch someone pressing, right? You always have the threat of that. It's almost like a flash. Or not really a flash, it's kind of like a rager, almost. You're essentially invincible for a little bit. It's a really, really good backswing blow, pretty much. If you're in heat, of course, yeah, Victor's got an all-around move list. Very good. Very, very good character. Very strong tournament character. You know what? I'm going to put him in A tier. Only because my matchup knowledge is pretty good against the Victor. I'm pretty confident against the Victor, so I don't really see him as much of a threat. Brian Fury. I think I'm gonna stick to most Tekken 7 tier lists and say this. Brian is a top 10 contender. He is amazing in this game. He's like Heihachi, right? He's got so many good mids and highs. They make you want to duck the highs. And then you get hit by the mid. QCF 1+2, the elbow heat engager. Really good. Mix that with QCB1, the high plus on 5 block. Super fast startup. Super fast whiff recovery. Not as much as an electric, but it's pretty much Brian's electric, right? It's super good. Hatchet is all you need. As Brian. All you need is a semi-unseeable, high damage, like counter hit follow-up low to mix with all of your very strong highs and mids, and you get a very, very good character. On top of the taunt. The taunt just makes everything go through the roof. Taunt is insane. So yeah, Brian, top 10 for sure. My opinion. Reina got a lot of nerfs. In the right hands, she can be really scary with forward too, and if she starts guessing right, honestly. the casino of what she's gonna do with this dance is always annoying. Always annoying to deal with. Her hell sweep is really good. Geez, what do I say here? Is Reina better than Devil Jin? Probably. Reina's really good. Reina's really good. Her electric is good, just like Heihachi's. It's a really good tournament character. A lot of people don't know what Reina's doing. Her frames are pretty good. Her mind games are really good with the forward forward too. Very solid all around. Mishima. Yeah, fits in with Devil Jin, Heihachi, Kazuya Jin. Very strong. I don't really know what to say against Reina. Oh yeah, she's another one of those characters where you can play her all cheesy, like her 3+4 moves and all the spinning and the unblockables and the guard breaks and all that dumb stuff and the low heat smash that floor breaks. Fun. But at the end of the day, if you outplay Reina, you can win. You can win. Eddie Gordo. He's tough. He's tough in this game. Eddie's tough. Poor Eddie. Yeah, I'm gonna put Panda down here. Only because she doesn't have the electric. I think she's worse than them. Eddie has a hard time performing in this game, especially against Jin. I'm talking from a Jin main's perspective, so I see things from the Jin matchup's eyes, right? I see Eddie do mids, I parry them, I launch him, so I think Eddie is bad. Eddie is tough, he's sidesteppable, he's got a lot of duckable highs, a lot of reactable stuff, he's punishable on block. Very balanced all around, right? A lot of people don't know what Eddie's doing. A lot of people hate the Eddie matchup, and that's completely understandable because what is this character doing to begin with, right? But once you learn about his options, once you learn what buttons he's pressing, what weaknesses his buttons have, he's not so bad, and you can actually start stomping Eddie's if you learn his weaknesses, right? Not so easy to do that since his DLC. But I digress. Next, Lydia. Lydia is... I feel like Lydia got swept under the rug. Lydia wasn't even out, and they announced Heihachi, and he kind of just blew everything over the wind. But Lydia's really good. Stance rush down extreme, right? Really weak lows, but good plus mids, good highs from stance, good stance mix-ups, the unblockable mix. Strong, but I don't think she's too good. I think she's, yeah, like mid tier, mid A tier, another mid tier. Really balanced, really strong. I'm glad she's not too strong, honestly. Not much to say about Lydia. Alright, last one. Heihachi Mishima. Where do we put Heihachi? I mean, he's mid-tier, right? He's mid-tier. He is so strong. He is so strong in the right hands, but he's so weak. He's so weak. You'll sidestep Heihachi's moves at least 10 times per match. Like, he's so unbelievably steppable, and there's going to be moments where he tracks you and it's like, what the hell? But don't worry about it because every other move he has is steppable. So you just have to step this character. I think he's stronger than Reina and Victor. I think he's stronger than every other Mishima except Jin. And let me take a look at this and see if I want to say this is my tier list. I feel like Fang and Hwoarang are a bit higher. Yeah, this is pretty good. I think this is pretty good. Maybe Lars can go down a bit, because Lars has weaknesses, but I think that in the right hands, Lars is very strong and can be performed super well. Super well. I'm trying to think, does anyone else deserve to be in the S tier? My contenders are Victor, Fang, and maybe Hwoarang. Hwoarang is really good. Nah, I just don't know the matchup. Hwoarang. Let's see. I think Victor deserves a spot here. Definitely. Fang can go up here. Hwoarang, yeah. Honestly, I think this is good. I think this is good. So, yeah, this is my tier list. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys got some insight to any of these characters. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. All that stuff. Make sure to like, comment, please subscribe. We're trying to hit 500 subs. That would be amazing. So yeah, I hope you guys are satisfied with my tier list. And if you have any other opinions or any insight that you would like to give, make sure to leave a comment down below. Always open to feedback, learning new things. So yeah, please share your thoughts. Yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. Take care.